I'm going to explain to you a theory about universe. A new theory gaining momentum is called holographic universe. Let me explain what is hologram is first. Hologram is basically take a two-dimensional picture and then you run through a laser beam on it. It becomes a hologram. You must have seen hologram in movies or some other places that is a it pops up in the air and is a three-dimensional and dancing cartoon or buffoon. It is a three-dimensional image. Basically, it's an illusion. In fact, if you go to some of the museums and you see that scientific technology museums, you see this. You try to touch it, it looks like it's so real, but you cannot catch it as an image. Actually, holographic image. Some of the driver's licenses we have nowadays are holographic images produced through holographic image. But the concept of universe is also um, behaves that way. It's a very interesting concept. This concept is not coming from a you know those are not the um, crackpots, but these very reputable scientists like David Bohm and Von Maldacena, and Carl Prabram. These are all Nobel laureates and very well reputed scientists. They're proposing this theory. I tell you what that is. Hologram is in regards to the universe. Basically, what it says, we are all basically information. We are the people. We are you and me and everybody is nothing but an interference pattern or maybe a information rather than a matter and energy. So the reason they come to this conclusion is one of the things that when they were computing a entropy of a black hole. Entropy is basically talks about the orderliness of a system, but I don't want to get into the entropy part. But what it says is the entropy of a black hole. It is actually depends on the surface of the black hole, surface area of the black hole, than the volume of the black hole. That's a kind of stunning revelation in the scientific world. It concluded from that conclusion. They concluded that universe is basically the anything that is happening on the at the surface rather than inside the content. So basically, we're the reflections of the surface. We're all reflections and holographic models from that surface actors. Basically, we're all a two-dimensional kind of objects on the surface projecting to the three-dimensional on the in the universe. So so that is one of the conclusions. Von Maldacena is one of the scientists of Harvard proposed this new hot theory. Quite a bit long ago, if you heard about a scientist called David Bohm, proposed the same kind of thing, similar kind of thing. He believes that is a kind of he calls that as implicate order. So he believes that the universe is acts like a hologram. I tell you how that works. Very interesting concept. If we take a picture of a rose and create an hologram for this rose, one rose, and you cut into half, then you know what you're supposed to get. You're supposed to get half of the rose, but in fact you're wrong. You get the two roses, smaller roses. You get it. So that is one of the interesting concepts, that when you take an image, a holographic image, if you cut into pieces, it becomes smaller and smaller, but it contains the whole. It contains the whole information. If you extend that concept is the information, if you take a system of the information, if holographic information, if you cut into half, it becomes so every small image contains the information about the whole thing. So if you extend that kind of a argument furthermore, you say every part of our body contains the information about entire universe. Is another example is that the people who gets into the accidents, the brain trauma, they're supposed to, if the brain is damaged, half of your brain is gone, you're supposed to remember half of the alphabets. But people remember everything A to Z. They don't remember. If they remember, they remember the A to Z. The reason is one of the Carl Pribram is a neurophysiologist from Stanford. He proposed that that the brain also works like hologram because it contains every cell in the brain contains the information of everything. When you cut into half, still every cell has that information of the whole thing. It may be fuzzy, but it gets the information of the whole thing. That's the concept of hologram. So the two parallel schools, the thought processes that is confirming that is the universe is holographic model. One is that universe of the entropy of the black hole. The second one is the brain itself act like a hologram. These two concepts are picking up. David Bohm is one of the things came up with a very interesting concept of the implicate order, which supports this concept of hologram. So is in the future, I think all we are illusions, information systems. That means the reality is basically a plastic. You can bend it, you can go back and check it out. You can move it around the way you wanted it. So because hologram, you can access any direction. So that is going to be one of the things that is going to be challenging, and is going to be they're trying to prove that the holographic model is the really model that is going to work for the entire universe. But it's a concept, a new theory is coming up very strong, and it has a great supporters now. And let us see how it goes. Okay, thank you.